crazy experience for you for the Pacers?
I guess one of the dopest experiences was just going to the finals in my second year. You know what I'm saying? Like seeing what that felt like. You know, obviously that was the closest I ever got.
And that was Coach Bird, right? Coach
That was Larry Bird. Yeah. So
you're
just
a legend. Look, you're 18. You're coming in. You have Coach Larry Bird, bro.
right.
Like this is a guy that we looked up, especially watching him playing. Like, how did that feel for you? Like,
So it's crazy, right? So obviously it was supposed to be like the greatest experience ever, right? And even though me and Larry was, you know, we was solid, but I got off to a bad start with him from day one. And what happened was when I got drafted, the next day, obviously they fly you out, you know, to do your press conference and everything. And I had this guy that was my manager or whatever. He was a heavyset guy, right? So I'm staying literally at the Marriott at the Newark airport. So I'm staying right on the airport.
so won't be any mistakes.
Bro, it's like an 8 a.m. flight to Indianapolis. I wake up at like 6:30. You know, we go downstairs to, you know, and this is before Uber and all this other stuff, right? So you go downstairs, you're expecting a cab down there, there's no cab, right? So we're like, whatever. So, but we're right at the airport, so I'm not tripping. Got my suit, everything, I'm ready to go.
Right.
The cab comes and he can't fit in the cab. He can't get in the cab door.
What?
Right? So instead of me just leaving him, I wait until they can bring like kind of a van or whatever. So long story short, man, we get to the airport, we run in, the lady is coming out and closes the door. And, you know, the plane is still sitting there. My mother's like calling me on my cell phone. She's like, where are you? Because they flew my parents out too. So my mom and my dad.
So they're already there.
They're already on the plane. And they just asking like, where are you? Where are you? And I'm like, yo, I'm outside. They won't open the door. Long story short, they leave. I had to get on the next flight. So I was late for my press conference. And when I walk in the room, Larry Bird is sitting there. He's like red. Like he's steaming, bro. Like he's so annoyed.
Like he just lost the championship.
Bro, he's like so annoyed. And like I walk in, and the first thing he said to me, he's like, the one thing I'm not going to deal with is people being fucking late. Like it's the first thing, like he don't say hi, welcome to the team, nothing. I don't play that, don't be fucking late.
Wow.
And I was just like, all right. And we did the press conference, and I just felt like I never had a good relationship with him.
Did you apologize?
Of course I did. I'm just like, but he didn't want to hear that. He like, don't be late. And that's how he ran the team though. Like I don't know, like if guys was late, you got fined. If you was late for the plane, they closed the door on the plane. We left him. You know what I'm saying? He ain't play that. I guess that was the one thing, his pet peeve or whatever.
How was he as far as definitely putting the plays in the coaching? Like,
so to be honest,
would
like
he pull you if you like were like this guy's just out there just?
Yeah, he was a manager of the game, right? So I never once ever saw Larry write an X and an O on a board, on a thing or nothing. All he did was manage the game. You know what I'm saying? And it's funny, like how now all this low management and all that. Like I'm dead serious watching, you know, Dale and Antonio. They all in their 30s, and like we should do this little warm up drill thing where like we'll do it some days for 30 minutes straight, like before we even start practice. Like just this layup thing for like 30 straight, a full court thing. And Larry would just sit over there and be eating his Danish and coffee while we just doing it or whatever, and nobody says nothing. Like, you know, and just we would just do it, and then we'd break down into practice. You know what I'm saying? But to answer like your question, like was he a coach? Yes. I mean, he managed the game. Never wrote X and O's. Rick Carlisle ran all the plays. A guy named Dick Harder, which is crazy. Pause. He was
his name, Dick Harder.
Dick Harder. Yeah.
I thought you said Carter.
No. He was our defensive coach, and that's kind of how he did it. Larry just watched the game, and if you was messing up or whatever, he snatched you out the game.
So he managed the game.
Yeah, he just managed it.